Hello, this is Guy Brown from My Real Estate Advisor, about to do a new Zoom meeting with a couple of new team members. I don't think I've been on Zoom before, so I'm going to kick that off now. Hopefully everybody else can come on in a sec. Hello, can you hear me okay? Hello, can you hear me?
Now I can.
Okay, cool. I might have to turn my volume up a little bit. Oh no, my volume's on full. Sarah is having to think about what she's doing next. Sarah, can you hear me? Hello? I'm waiting for David to come on as well. I don't know what's happening with David. How you doing anyway? Did you get that that video?
The one for the cold callings?
Yeah.
Yes.
What did you think? Have you watched it?
No, not yet. Haven't got it.
That's all right. Did you do any cold calling yesterday?
No,
Oh, I could tell somebody doesn't want to do it. Oh dear. It's well, what's it? You've got to do it eventually. It's one of those things that you've just got to get it done, and then once you've done it, you'll feel better, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So you'll be okay once you've done it. It's just getting it out of the way.
Yeah.
And once you've got it out of the way, then you're all right. Like, oh, hang on a sec. I think Dave's coming on now. I'll admit him. There we go. Hopefully he'll come on. Just see if Dave's done any. I bet he hasn't. Oh, Dave, that's a nice setting. Mate, you're on holiday.
I thought you'd like that. It's a bit windy here.
It is a bit, isn't it? Your hair's all blowing about. Oh dear.
Hi everyone.
Hi Sarah, how are you?
I thought I'd do something different. I thought I'd do something different.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I like that. That's funny, that is.
I've got the rod out the back there, but yeah.
Yeah. Sorry for the delay. I was trying to have a cup of tea and have something to eat. I haven't really eaten much today, so I was like, oh. And that lady who wants to do the training thing, she was going to do a pitch today, and she wants to pitch to the whole team. And it sort of wasn't good enough for her that there was only a couple of people. And I was like, well, I said I was going to record the conversation anyway, and then I can just email it to everybody, because I said not everybody's available. You know what I mean?
No, I bombed out because I was on the phone. I think I mentioned to you on there that the iPhone 7, you can only headphones, and it's the same charging port. So I was down to 1% and dropped out. So I just want to let you know. Well, that's why I'm on the laptop now. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yesterday after I spoke to her, I said it just cut off, and she said, oh well, there's actually a 40-minute time limit with Zoom, unless you pay a subscription thing. Oh, hang on, Len's there now. Let's see if I can admit Len as well. And I didn't know that. I didn't think there was a time limit. If you have a certain number of people participating, there's a time limit. Yeah. I didn't know that at all. So it was a 40-minute time limit, and that was it. So she just missed out there, because it just cut her off before she could have a chance to say anything. Yeah. I don't know if that's the university's way of telling us that it's maybe not a good idea. I don't know, but I think she's a bit expensive for what she is. So you imagine somebody's ringing you up, and they're just saying to you, okay, you need to start selling things and doing things, and she's basically a motivational coach. That's what she is.
Yeah. I've had one of those before.
But she isn't cheap. She's like, $350 an hour or something.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, and it's so many hours and whatever. And I'm like, well, I said, these people are all new, and nobody's sold anything yet because of the coronavirus. Everything's slowed right down. I don't expect them to sell anything just like that anyway. And you're asking for them to pay out a load of money for your services. I think they could do it at a later stage, maybe when they've sold a couple of houses and they're comfortable, or they feel like they need something like that. But otherwise, it's a no from me, And then she was sort of trying to coerce me into paying for it. And I'm like, well, if I'm going to pay for anything, sweetheart, I'm going to be paying for advertising these people. And on social media, I'm going to be like, Tiffany Street, best agent in Ipswich, boom, going out to thousands of people. Not, oh, I'm just paying for somebody, random bird, to ring her up and go, can you get off your arse, Tiffany, and do some cold calling? I'm not gonna do that. I can do that myself. I can send her an email. Start cold calling people, Tiffany. Stop messing about. She was told yesterday. I spent about an hour with you, didn't I? And I was like, yeah, just do 10. Have you done any? No, I'm done. Just do one call. Just call me. I'll just go. Yeah, no, I'm not.
Call me. Yeah, call me.
Yeah, call Dave up. Just have a word with Dave and just
Try and convert me.
Try and convert him. Yeah, see if you can get him to have an appraisal on his house. See what he says.
Yeah, no, I think that's. But I did read your email, and it was quite good because, as I said, if you break it down, I mean, I did it years ago with Modern. It was so funny in telemarketing when I was working in the shutters, and like you just straight out of the phone book. We used to have the phone books, and I remember ringing someone, and the thing is, I got talking to someone for about 20 minutes, and it all went quiet. It was a bit embarrassing because I look around, and the guy got them all to listen to me talking because I'd kept this conversation going, and I realised it. And anyway, and it was just to get a quote for some shutters. But the thing is, when I got off the phone, then they all gave me a bit of a clap because I was able to conversation sort of thing. Yeah. But it was just a lesson to learn. I mean, it's not something I'd like to do all the time, but if you do get that right person, that was a conversion. And I used to work in the shopping centres getting leads when I first started there as well. It's hard, but the thing is, once you get that lead, then the lead turns into a sale. I mean, it is a process, but the thing is, you can't take it personally if people just hang up on you. I mean, it's just the way it is.
And it is hard. I remember when I started off doing it, I originally worked in my 20s in stuff like customer care to start off with, where you'd have a call come to you directly. Then you got no choice. You've got to take the call, and then you monitored with how you read the script. And then I transferred into sales, and I remember I had to read the script perfectly, and I had to reel off the same phrases. And I remember one month I used to earn, it was like £1,000 on top of your normal wage, which in Australian dollars, that'd be $2,000 or $3,000, right? On top of your regular wage. And then because I said one phrase wrong on one phone recording, I lost £500. And I was just really pissed off. Whereas with this, is that you can say whatever you want. Nobody's recording the call and then docking your money if you say the wrong thing. You can't really make a mistake. You're just having an open conversation with somebody about what they're doing with their house. That's it. And if they tell you to go away, they tell you to go away. Better over the phone than you've walked all the way around a suburb, knocked on the door, and now you've got to do the slow walk back up the drive and then go walk to the next house. I mean, that's, in my mind, that's just ridiculous. It's just like, well, I've got this little machine here that I can instantly be in somebody's house without having to not go anywhere. I'll just ring them up. So, it's one of those where you have to motivate yourself to do it, and you have to be told no in a few times to get over the initial fear of doing it. And once you've lost the fear, you can just do it then. It's not a big deal. But it is one of those things. If you're going to be a salesperson, you've got to be relatively good over the phone. Like you've got to look at it from the side. If you get an inquiry come through, you've got to be confident and all the rest of it that you can deal with that person and convert them into a sale. If you're crap on the phone and you're like, I don't know, people are going to go, this person's a clown, I'm not going to do business with them. Yeah. So you've got to have that confidence at the end of the day, and it takes a lot of phone calls to get that confidence. It takes a while to having enough people saying, well, when you've done, like, let's say yesterday you did 10 calls. You'd know what they were going to say before they said it, because I'll guarantee it's pretty much 95% the same every single time you ring somebody up. No, I'm not interested. No, I can't talk right now. No, I'm busy. Who are you? Why are you calling me? It's going to be the same thing. So you learn how to deal with them as you go along, kind of thing. So it's one of those things where you nobody wants to do it. But at least
No.
it's not knocking on doors. That's all I can say on that one.
But actually, I had a bit of a development that I'd probably like to try and share this morning. So what
Yeah,
is,
go on,
I
mate.
spoke to Ashley this morning. He's a broker that's after a good chat with Chris yesterday. I think I mentioned about learning about
Yeah, I spoke to Chris
CRM.
yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, so what it is, Ashley's called me because what I'm trying to work out is to try and get onto people and really focus on the qualifying them that they've got the finance and they've got things, all their ducks lined up sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So Ashley sent, I haven't seen it yet, but Ashley sent me like a checklist sort of thing, like a form. So I'm going to do that scenario where I said about the dummy run that, or you sort of using it as myself. Because the thing is, my goal, I think, with the cold calling is probably to try and find out what people's position are, if they're ready to do something. If they're not, then I can get them pre-approved, because I think that we can get these people, then they're gold, then you put them into the CRM. So they're the people you keep following up, and they're a good lead because their finance is in place. Not necessarily, because we don't want to waste our time. Oh yeah, I'd love to buy a house. Then you take them through all the motions and everything, and in the end they say, yeah, no, I can buy it. Then the bank don't give them the money, so we've wasted all that energy. So what I'm trying to qualify by approaching it with, I've got a good broker, because as I said, he's got some different ideas to the one that I spoke about, the friend of mine, by other ways around things, and I'd be using him probably over, say, one of the banks, because his structure is, and Chris recommended me out of all of his brokers, he's the best. And I think that that's the best person to have, because he thinks outside the box. He gets all different banks, different places where their requirements aren't just what do you earn, and there's other ways if you've got assets and you've got equity. And I think that my wife was speaking, and she reckons he's really switched on. So I think that I probably recommend that he could be a really good one to get these people that we're going to find, get them fully qualified in finance, and then basically look at the properties. That's just my opinion, because there's nothing worse than
Well, I had that conversation yesterday. Girls, just to bring you up to speed and learn that Chris works with Property in a Box. So he's a business partner with me with that company. So we've got a subscription to them, and they do all the back end for the website and everything else, right? And Chris has recommended Ashley, which is this finance guy who we're now going to, who's going to link in back to the business. So there'll be a link on the website to take them to Ashley, who will do the finance for them, and we will run everything through Ashley, as in getting these people pre-approved. If you've got somebody else as a financial advisor, like David got a friend that does it, fair enough. We can throw them in the mix and see what happens. But this bloke's offered to come into business with us and help the company and convert them. And he's in it, and like David's just said, he's very, very good. He's not limited to one bank. He can go anywhere, and he knows lots of ins and outs to get people over the line to get their finance done. So I said yesterday I would agree to that, and I'd include him on the website, and I'd also include his website linked back into ours. So I said I'm happy to run through that. He's based in Sydney, but it doesn't really make any difference. He's got access to other people that he can help us with. So yeah, so I was in agreement with that. With that, I think we're gonna come up with a marketing video and some other things, and we'll get him on board and get him sorted out. So that was one of the missing pieces of the puzzle. I was struggling to actually find a finance guy that wasn't crap. Like I've gone through 3 or 4 different guys, and they've not been good. Like some have taken ages to get back to me and things like that. And I'm like, look, we're going to lose the sale if you don't do your job properly. And then they're like, oh, I'm too busy. I can't do it. I don't want to hear that. You need to get your job done immediately, because if you don't, I'm going to lose the sale. So I think this guy should do the trick. So yeah, so that was a good conversation yesterday, and then I've had a conversation with the chap in the UK at 4 o'clock this morning. That was nice. So, so I'm a bit tired, but yeah. So he's going to contact some local businesses in the UK, and we're aligning with Anya and Lee to try and find some overseas investors and stuff like that as well. And the Americans, I don't know what's going to happen with the Americans because of the COVID-19 thing. So I'm putting them on ice at the moment until I can figure out how to fix that problem with them and see if we can find some overseas investors from America. I don't know yet. So yeah, as it stands, like I say, I think it's one of those things where you're going to be working from home. You might as well do some calls, see how you go, bite the bullet. If you don't like it, if you think this is not for me, I don't want to do calls, don't do calls. If you don't want to do calls, don't do them, but do something else. Do videos. Like, that's one of the main things that you need to do. Stand against somewhere that's neutral, or stand with somewhere with a nice background or whatever, and video yourself and do some videos and promote yourself on social media across the board, because you need to be doing something. You know what I mean? You need to be emailing people. This is a video of me. This is who I am. This is what I do. Whatever. You know what I mean? Because then you'll get people more engaged. If you want to sit there all day and just send emails out, there's 16,000 email addresses probably on there. Just send emails out. That's what you want to do. If you want to send group emails out through MailChimp or whatever, just do that. Just write a really good marketing email and just send it. If you don't want to do cold calling, I don't care. It's up to you.
No. So just a quick question, Guy. With that database, I'm just trying to work out, I know there's lots of phone numbers and there's emails on there, but I'm trying to work out, did they come from EXP? Have they dealt with EXP? How do we get those? Where do those people come from? They
come from me.
Right.
They've come from LJ Hooker, Remax, Rain and Board.
So they are people that have possibly dealt with some form of real estate, like
So they're a mixture of tenants that were looking to buy something, landlords that owned properties, and business people, and general sales stuff. So it's a mixture. Yeah. So that you'll have some people in there that are still renting that are looking to buy a new house. You'll have some people that own multiple investment properties. They'll probably own 5 on average. And then you'll have people that run their own companies and stuff like that. And there's a few companies in there that, like you'd use for real estate, as in building and pest and plumbers.
So they're probably, they are a step up from, Joe Blow in the street type of thing.
Yeah.
So that's what. Yeah, that's
but it depends on you. I mean, you can ring anybody at random, and if you catch them at the right time, you've got.
Yeah, you could fluke. Yeah, that's right. Well, that's what we were doing with Modern, just out of the white pages and stuff like that. And then, the more you ring, the more success you get, sort of thing. But we're talking about big ticket items. So the people we want to be speaking to have got to have money. I mean, they can't be like on Centrelink and no money and this, that, and everything else. So at least.
And then the other thing is it's brand awareness. You've got access to all these different websites and all this different stuff and all these listings and all the rest of it. You're sending the emails out and you're sending, this is my YouTube video and this is the listings I've got available in your area, and this is who we are and this is what we're doing. This is the offer that we're doing at the moment and whatever. And you keep engaging with them on an ongoing basis until eventually something drops and they go, oh, actually, we were looking at buying an investment property. Maybe we could buy an apartment in the city because this company sells apartments as well. Can't afford a duplex. Maybe we can just get an apartment, something that we can sell down the track or something after 5 years. I don't know. It could be anything, but the question I was going to ask you is do you each have your own YouTube channels? Do you have YouTube channels or not?
Yeah, I have.
Have you got a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tiffany,
I have account.
No,
you've
got an account.
Yeah,
you haven't got your own channel.
Okay, I will.
So you've got an account with YouTube, but you haven't got your own channel. Have you put any videos on YouTube?
No, I haven't.
There's no videos of you on YouTube going.
No.
Nothing. Okay.
No.
Well, that's something you need to look into to promote yourself.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
you know what I mean? However you want to do that. Like you said to me, you can speak another language, do it in another language, bang, stick it on, away you go. I'll send you the logo for the business and stuff, and you can put that into your videos and stuff like that. Tiffany, have you got a YouTube channel?
Yes.
Right. Have you put anything on YouTube of videos of yourself?
I have 2 unfortunate videos of me.
Unfortunate videos. These aren't of you cold calling, are they? Yeah, no.
No, it's basically just me with my sister, and I'm walking her through the process of sales and doing open homes and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Oh, because you were doing it for your course. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. That's all good.
Yeah.
That's all good. But yeah, what I tend to do is I use, hang on a second. I use something called, what's it called? iMovie on my iPhone. Has anybody got an iPhone?
Yeah, I've got that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so,
have an Android.
but I think you should be able to still get iMovie or some sort of movie thing, right?
I do have an Adobe editor on my computer.
That'll do. So
Yeah.
all the photographs and all the stuff that are on the website, you can copy and paste them and save them as photographs onto your laptop or computer or whatever you've got, right? Or on your phone, you can screenshot it and then edit it and take out the, like you can crop it and you can take out your phone network at the top and, whatever. Crop it down to just the picture in itself of the property. And then what you do is you take the logo of the company, put the logo at the start of the video, you do your video where you do the talk about who you are, blah, 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 wherever you might be. Then you stick in some pictures of the properties and stuff like that, put some backing music behind it and some dissolves and things like that. And that's basically what you do. If I can find a video that somebody's done on how to use iMovie, I'll send it to everybody. Because I do it all the time, and it looks really professional, but it just didn't cost bugger all. It cost nothing, but it looks good, and it's a bit of fun, and it's something to engage people. And you've got nice photographs of properties. You've got the logo in there of the business. David's got his own business as well, so he can stick his own logo on there, whatever. But it's just something to keep engaging them, and you can make a different video every week of something else. Like, this week I'm trying to sell this apartment. This week I'm trying to sell this. Like David did he did a walkthrough at 23 Minnie Street on the Gold Coast at Southport. And he filmed himself going around going, this is what I'm doing, stuff like that. And we've got those display homes.
And that's what I mean, using that iMovie, you can put like a heading on there and add different things to it. And as I said, that iMovie, I've used it for when I've gone diving. You put music on there and then special effects, you can do all that. And then the thing is, when you actually do that on Facebook, you can export it, and you don't have to use YouTube. But I find that sometimes once you've exported it, if you send that to YouTube, when you're doing your Facebook, you can just have the link and people can go straight to it then. That's probably a good thing too.
And then the other thing is as well is LinkedIn. So LinkedIn, if you go onto LinkedIn, you can share your videos and you link to your domain listings or whatever you've got onto domain directly. Now I've got over 10,000 contacts on domain, and you just keep going. Just go add, and keep going. Pick whatever group of people you want to connect with. Keep changing it. Like the last couple of days, I've been doing TV and radio people until LinkedIn figures out what I'm doing, and then it goes, I don't want you to do that unless you pay more money, But you can do that, and you can connect with as many people as you like on it. It's an ongoing thing. It sort of limits you to, I think, maybe 50 a day or something, or whatever. You go on there, go onto LinkedIn, connect with as many people as possible, and then just keep posting stuff on LinkedIn like it's Facebook. It's the same thing. So you post on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. You can do TikTok if you want. If you want to do a stupid video on TikTok, do a stupid video on TikTok with the company logo. But I don't give a monkeys, to be honest. It's just more and more content that we can then stick on the Facebook page, and then we we can boost it or whatever. I can pay another company and basically do an advert, and we'll just send it out to everybody. And then you've got a lot of people viewing your Facebook, and you can see they've got listings going on there all the time. There's not just me there, because what I'm trying to sort of emphasize with one of the things that helps people buy from a company is the size of the company as well. So if it's just me on there all the time, it looks like I'm a one-man band. But if it's multiple people on there from different backgrounds and ethnicities in different locations talking about different things, all of a sudden this is a national company now with lots of people. So therefore, in somebody's subconscious, they're thinking, oh, I can trust them, they're a big company.
Yeah.
They don't know that you work from home and you're a web-based business. It's irrelevant. What is relevant is that you're there to service their needs. In other words, if I ring up, I'm not just going to speak to him. I can speak to the girl, I can speak to the bloke, I can speak to this other bloke, you know, different people from different backgrounds and stuff I might feel more comfortable with dealing with them instead. So it's things like that. Whereas if it's just me constantly posting on my Facebook, I look like a nutcase. It's just, oh my God, he's selling 1 million houses on his own. Who is this mental person? You know, whereas if it's all of you doing different things, it's across the board then, and it helps to promote you. So has anybody tried posting anything on our Facebook page? Will it let you do that? I think you did,
I
didn't
haven't
you?
tried on your Facebook page, but I do have like my own Facebook page where I post and promote myself, really.
Right. Well, link that back into the business one though. Everything you do on that, link it back into the business one. Share it on the business one as well, and it goes across for everybody as well. Just keep doing it. Later on in the year, my plan is for July is to run that competition. Does everybody know about that competition thing or not?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sarah's looking blank at me. Is that a yes or a no, Sarah? That's a no, isn't it, Sarah? Don't just not. No, I don't know. What are you talking about, you nutcase? What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do a target where we sell 100 properties in a year, which is 5 properties each, which gives you an average commission of $21,000 per person for house and land packages thereabout on 70%. So it puts you on about just over $100,000 a year each, right? Which is what I want you to earn, a minimum of $100,000 a year in your first year. So what the competition is, when we get to 100 sales, so we're going to go from July 1 through to July 1 the following year, 2021. If we can do 100 sales that year, then I'm going to take $450,000 out of the profits, out of the bottom line or whatever, and I'm going to pay for somebody's mortgage. That's the competition. So now you're starting to think, well, maybe I should buy a house for myself and go into this competition because then I might win, or whatever. You know what I mean? But the thing is, it's there, and I'm deadly serious, because it's about selling volume and selling it quickly, because it's first come, first served, or as you say in Australia, first in, best dressed, or something weird, which. Let me just tell you, it's not the phrase. It's first come, first served in real life. But anyway, that's the thing. It's whoever gets there first, whoever sells and comes and buys the first 100 people, they get entered into that competition. And then during the competition, we'll do a holiday giveaway when we sell 25 properties as a group. We'll do a car at 50, and then we do the house at 100. So you can see as the person follows the progress of the competition, it's a genuine competition, and people are actually winning things of value. So that then creates that buzz, and people will like and share it and all the rest of it. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put some money to one side to promote that particular offer, because nobody's ever done it before, and I think it's going to work. All the feedback I've got across the board has been good. I've spoken to people in America, in the UK, people in different states in Australia, and every single person really loves the idea. And I've also checked now with a solicitor to make sure I can do it. I've checked with Fair Tradings. I've done all the sort of bit of legwork that I need to do to make sure that legally it's okay to do it. So that would be the path I would go down. If you start doing that, if you start saying to people, well, you might, if you buy a house through us, you might win a house. I should guarantee that your conversion rate will go sky high, because who else is doing that? Nobody's doing that. Nobody's prepared to do that. So, you know, anyway, feedback, people. What do you think? Sarah, do you understand now what that is? What? She's smiling.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, great.
I got it.
That's good. David, what do you think, mate? What do you think?
No, I think now that you've checked it out, and as I said, that was the last conversation we had, was is it complicated? Is it to do with the legal stuff and everything? But if you've checked all that out, then it's a goer, because you've got to have incentive. There's got to be something in it that you've got to have a point of difference. I've always believed everything has to have a point of difference.
Yeah.
And, you know, even if the property's fantastic, that's good, but there has to be something else. And I agree. If it can be done, and you've looked into it properly, that there's not going to be any, you know, lawsuits or anything like that, it's great. I mean,
well, at the end of the day, it's a business promotional thing, isn't it? I mean, it's saying to people, well, look, thank you for doing business with us. As a thank you, we're automatically entering you into a competition where you could win one of these three things. If you win, great. If you don't. But they've bought the house. So long as they've kept up with the mortgage payments and it's all completed and it's all done and they're legitimately bought the house, then they're in the competition. If they decide to take a different offer, if they say, okay, well, instead of that, I'd like to have the $10,000 cashback offer or whatever, then they can't be in that competition as well. That's part of the terms and conditions.
Yeah.
So, for example, if you have to get somebody over the line and they go, oh, well, you know, what can you do? And you can say, well, I could put you in this competition, or I could give you $10,000 cash back. And if they go, I'll have the cash back, they'll have the cash back, but they can't be in that competition. You can't have it both ways. You can't have cash back and be in that.
No, because I mean, I can give you an example. When I was in security screens, and like, you know, there was about 12 salespeople in there when I was working for this company. And the thing is, the incentive to get so many sales for the month, you know, I think first prize was a TV, and then there was something else and something else. And straight away you could see the figures. Everyone was trying to get the TV, and I think I got second. So I didn't quite give it. I was a bit dark on it because it was only by, I don't know, $1,000 or something. But what it did, it got me more motivated to get out there and get those deals, do all the follow-ups, make it happen, because I wanted that TV. And as I said, I got second, so I got the minor prize. But it was an object. And I think that when you just say cash or it's money, it's not the same. You actually have more motivation if it's actual and, you know, something that you can say, oh, I won that TV. You know?
Yeah. Well, I did a bit of an analogy yesterday to the bloke in the UK. I said to him, well, I said, imagine you've got something you're buying it for $4.50, and I say to you, okay, if you buy it from me, I'll give you 10 cents back. You'd be like, well, who cares? It's 10 cents. I'm paying $4.50. It's nothing. 10 cents isn't. But if I said to you, well, if you buy the thing for $4.50 off me, you might win your $4.50 back. That's a much better incentive than the 10 cents. Well, we're not talking about 10 cents. We're talking about $10,000 and $450,000 house. So, but $10,000 is peanuts compared to when I'm paying out $450,000 for a house. And the reality is, what people don't realize is as well, which is that they're not really paying $450 for the house. They're paying $450 interest and then a mortgage ongoing. So really they think they bought the house, but they haven't. They've paid the mortgage for 25 to 30 years. So they don't really own anything. So really it's like glorified renting. The only reason why you end up owning the house is if you pay your mortgage off quicker, or you've got the right mortgage. You've got like a mortgage where it's an interest only or something like that, where it's set up so you know what you're going to pay and you can pay it off in that certain time. But a lot of people remortgage and it's just an ongoing thing. They never really ever pay it off. They just about scrape by at 65 paying it off, and then they retire and they go, oh great, but then they've got no money to do anything else because all they've done is pay that mortgage off. Whereas what they should be doing is they should be buying investment properties as their retirement fund, because the investment property will double in 10 to 20 years time, whereas, buying a new car won't. So they should be going, oh, well, we'll put money aside and we'll buy an investment property. Well, a lot of people don't think like that. They just go, oh, well, so long as we've paid off the house, we'll be okay. Well, yeah, you might have paid off the house, but what are you going to live on when you don't go to work anymore? So one of the other things is this website where it's like a wealth creation thing, where it's, well, here's some investment properties, and this is why you should buy them, you know. So yeah, I think that if we can do that competition, if everybody can do some cold calling, Tiffany, I'm looking at you. I mean, I'm not too worried about like Len and Ken and the other guys. If there's a bit of a language barrier and they don't feel comfortable doing it, then that's fair enough. Like, don't do it. If you think it's going to become an issue because you know there is a language barrier or you're not that confident, don't bother doing it. If it's not going to work for you, don't bother. Do something else. But everybody else, I think, yeah, just have a crack at it and see how you go. Yeah, nothing's going to happen to you. That nobody can hurt you. You just put the phone down on them. They're not holding a gun to your head. It's not, you know, the deer hunter. You're not going to die. It's okay. It's just go, all right then, bye. And that's the end of that. You know what I mean?
So, Guy, just a quick question. With an objection, so say if you're doing the cold calling, and I just want to know, like, if someone comes back to me and they said, look, we don't want to get units because there's no land content. It's, you know, it's not going to go up in value, blah, blah, blah. How do we get around that? Do we have properties that are actually has land, or are a lot of these are units? Are they without the land, or do we have both?
Well, we've got a mixture of everything. We've got a mixture of townhouses, apartments, regular houses. So there's a mixture of everything, really. So it depends on what they want. I mean, at the end of the day, you do a qualifying question. So you ask them, you know, how many bedrooms you want, what size block of land you want, what location do you want, and you go through your questions of what do they actually want, and then what we do is that we go to a third party like Inspire Homes, and then that guy will find you a block of land at Mount Gravatt and a house, and you put a house and land package together, and that's basically what you do.
Well, I think
if it doesn't exist, then you can't help them.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, is it like what I reckon would be good if you want us to be, you know, to convert is probably like a checklist, maybe from you, what the questions are that we need to ask to try and find out what we've got on offer. If they say, I don't want a unit, then you say, well, what do you want? And then I think as a checklist, and what it'll be, then you can follow them up and say, look, I'll come back to you and I'll tell you what we've got. And I think that checklist, opposed to just saying, do you want to sell your house? Because if they don't want to sell it, then we've got to go to that step where, well, what do you want? And then I'll say, look, I'll come back to you when I find out your criteria.
So you've got two stages there. You've got there's two options really in that conversation. There's option number one, they want to list and sell the house with you, and option number two is they want to buy an investment property so they know somebody wants to buy one or something, and then it's matching what they want to buy up with what you've got available. And somebody like Raul, for example, instead of pushing what it is that we've got, what stock we've got, I've got this, do you want to buy this? This is really good. He gets the information from them, and then he gets something that's intangible that doesn't exist somewhere. And it's like, Raul, for that budget, that thing does not exist unless you've got another $200,000. I'm sorry, across the board, I don't care who they call, LJ Hooker, Ray White, Bell, doesn't matter who they call, that doesn't exist, because those blocks of land are $385,000 each. Your client's got $500 to spend, and it's a $200,000 build. Work it out. He's $85,000 out, so it's not going to happen. Instead of just directing them to, well, maybe you should buy something in Coomera because we've got like 500 properties there. You know, he's not doing that. So again, it's one of those things where you'll have to do. I'll type out the qualifying questions for you and send them all to you.
That'd be good.
But it's just a case of, are they going to sell with me or are they going to buy with me? And have I got something I can sell them? If I haven't, don't waste your time. If you have, great, sell them something. If they want something bespoke, so long as it's realistic on price, I can get a builder to put a house and land package together. If it's not realistic, then I'm sorry, but you know, you've got champagne taste and beer money. You can't live 20 minutes away from the city if you haven't got $750,000 sat in the bank to buy something. Sorry, you can't.
Yeah, good.
It's not a thing. So
Mm.
unless you buy an existing property and you want to do it up and it's run down, maybe, I don't know. So yeah. But yeah, that's how it's going to work. But from your point of view, your general stuff, you've got brand new stuff that you want to sell, but you also want to couple this now with existing properties. You want to get a couple of listings in your local area, stick a signboard up, because that advertises you as a person. And when we can go back to doing normal open homes, people will come through and you can give them your business card, you can interact with them, and then you can say, oh, by the way, I also sell house and land packages and near to here and blah, 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 whatever. But that's what you need. You need a bit of both. You need money coming in from both sides. You want money coming in from the new stuff, and you want money coming in from existing stuff as well. And that's how you've got to run your business to be successful. Because while you're waiting for the money to come from the new stuff, you've got something else that you can sell that exists. And that's how you're starting to make your connections. Because it's much easier to sell something once you've met somebody face to face, and they've met you and you're actually doing your job, not cold calling. You're actually doing the job as being a real estate agent. You're showing people a house. Big difference with meeting you in that mode versus desperate. Oh, do you want to sell your house? You know, it's a totally different thing, because when you're selling the house, you have the power. They're coming through the house. You're in control. You control and dominate that situation because you are the agent that is in charge of that property. So they've got to come to you, not the other way around. Once they come to you, you've got them, because you can say, okay, well, are you selling your house? Oh, yes, we are selling our house. Okay, well, can I sell it for you? And then you can negotiate. And you want to buy this house? Okay, well, you know, what can you afford to spend? Stuff like that. So it gives you the power. Whereas the power dynamic is reversed when you cold call people or email people or whatever, because you're asking for business. Whereas when you're controlling stock, they are asking to buy the thing from you. It's like having a shop. When somebody walks into a shop, the shopkeeper owns the shop. You know what I mean? They can tell the customer to leave if they want. Whereas, you know what I mean? Whereas if that shopkeeper was knocking on somebody's door going, do you want to buy pegs? They go, no, I don't, jog on. So that's the difference. So you've got a different power dynamic, and you want to build up a local following of people in your local area. This is my sale board. I'm selling this one. I'm going to sell the one down the road. I also sell house and land packages. You want to be across the whole thing, basically, because that's what will be tipping the balance between being successful and not successful. You've got to have a bit of both, really, to cover yourself and to earn as much money as you possibly can. So yeah.
So I just got one quick question. You shared a Facebook post. I think it was Facebook, or it might have been LinkedIn. And what it is, it actually was a real estate agent who sold a house online. Like there was no I think it was Giorgio or something or other, but you shared it.
Yeah.
So what someone's done, an agency has done it all via Zoom or whatever. The house got sold, and I was just interested if you know how that was done, because you shared it. And
as far as I'm aware, I mean, you got to think about it. Form 6, you can do that online and turn it into a PDF, and then you can email that to somebody, so you haven't got to leave the house. The contract, again, you can fill that out, turn it into a PDF, send that online. The house itself, they can view it online. You can do a virtual tour, all that sort of stuff. And again, you can do video conferencing to confirm everything. So really, it's a question of sending the paperwork out, getting it back, signing it, sending it out again, getting it countersigned, sending it back. That's it. And somebody looking at something online and going, I'll have that one. And that's it. That's all it is. So really, the technology and everything else exists for you to not leave the house if you didn't want to. Like if you were disabled, you could do the job from home in a wheelchair, not a problem, and never leave the house, because all the technology exists for you to do all the paperwork electronically. So they just haven't gone anywhere. They've just sent everything out via email, done what we're doing now, and that's it. And the person's bought it.
They must have done a virtual tour, maybe a virtual tour of the house film.
Well,
People
that's
like
what
it.
that contract I picked up with that builder called Thomas Poole. That's what they've done. They've just done a virtual tour and they've sent me the link, and I put it on the Facebook page. And people can go into their website and go into the virtual tour, go through the street, go into the house, go into all the different rooms and everything, and look. Oh, what does it look like? The only reason why I would say where they've gone wrong is they haven't dressed the house. I don't know if you've heard of that expression where you dress a house.
Yeah, hire furniture.
Hire furniture, yeah. It's just an empty house. Well, you see, I would have put furniture in and some pictures up and stuff and made it a bit more appealing, but they don't think like that, builders don't. They just go, oh, I built the house, somebody will buy it, just turn the camera in. Whereas I think, well, yeah, but they've got to imagine, will my settee fit in here? Will my TV fit in here? How big's what's the space like? Very difficult to tell from virtual reality what a space is really like. So that would be my advice, to do that.
Yeah, so that's good. So it's been done. So it could be done.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
You could do it using Zoom. Basically, like say building and pest. I mean, you'd still be allowed to do that with these conditions.
Well, it's one guy going out, isn't it? And the people can just leave the door unlocked and go out for 20 minutes while he does it. 20 minutes to an hour, it'll be done. So really, nobody really has to be there. The guy can just go around and do a building and pest on his own. He doesn't need need you to be in. It's like when you have a pool cleaner come. Doesn't matter if you're in or not, does it really? The bloke can come in and clean your pool or whatever.
Yeah, right.
Excuse me. Or if you have a cleaner that comes in and you're at work, you just they either leave them a key or they've got a key to get in and come and do what they need to do, and they bugger off out again, and that's it. So same with the building pest. The guy's only going to knock on walls and see if there's termites and go around and assess it with a clipboard. That's all the bloke does, really. Whether the vendor's there is irrelevant. You don't need to be there.
So do you have any information at present with all your contacts with this COVID thing when there could be relief for the open homes, or have you heard anything that's happening?
I've heard that they're going to loosen it up in the next couple of months. So yeah, everything should be back hopefully by July, and at the worst case scenario, I've heard September. So I think we've only got a couple of months to go and then we're back to normal. So this is the time now to cold call people. I'm looking at you, Tiffany, and email everybody, and start to build up that momentum and start making videos and putting stuff on social media. And then, like I say, when I've got this marketing thing sorted out and terms and conditions done, then I'm going to pump some money into advertising now, because I think that will be the difference for you. I think we've got to do something extreme to get over this COVID-19 crap, and we've got to do something where it's that good an offer. It's too good to refuse. Sound like The Godfather. I'm going to make them an offer they can't refuse. You know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. Do you want a free house? Yes, I do. Okay, there we go. But yeah, so I think it's
terms and conditions. We can't enter, can we? As in.
Well, I don't see why not. I own the company, so yeah, you can if you want, mate. Yeah.
All right then. Good to know.
Still have to be cut. I think what's going to have to happen, in all seriousness, I think what's going to have to happen is I'm going to have to get a third party to draw the winner. So it'll have to be somebody like the accountants, like Lee and Associates, will do like a raffle thing and then pull a number out and go, okay, number 21's won the holiday or whatever. I think I'd have to do that, because I don't think I can sit there and go, no, that's not Dave. Yeah, that's Dave. There we go. Yeah, Dave, you won the house, mate. Well done. Good for you. I don't think I can do that, but yeah.
No, but I mean, as long as
you could win the holiday, couldn't you? That would be all right.
Holiday. Well, I'm already on holidays. Look at me.
You are. You're living the dream. Everybody else is stuck at home, apart from you. I don't know what Len's doing. Len's incognito.
Yeah, I know. Is he alive?
Microwave. Not his microwave. His microphone turned off. Yeah, no,
he's got it on.
I think
he's got it on. I think his microphone's muted.
Yeah,
so
he
can hear.
His camera's off. He's just watching us. He's like a voyeur. He's just enjoying the show. You know what I mean? I'm only kidding, Len. If you can hear me, I'm joking, mate. I'm joking. So yeah. No, I don't. And to be fair, like it's if somebody did buy an investment property through the company, then yeah, I wouldn't do the draw personally. Like I said, I'd outsource it to somebody to do it, because then it's impartial. So you could win. You could win, yeah.
Because I mean, it's not like you've got any inside knowledge. I mean, you either do it,
No,
and it's just a random thing.
it's a random thing. Well, the whole idea is, so like, let's say, for example, I outsource it to the solicitor or somebody and say, okay, mate, on the 23rd, the last property is going to complete on this date. So I want you to do the draw. These are the names of the numbers associated with them. Do the draw live on Facebook. Put it onto our page. I'll sit there with you while you're doing it, and let them do it. And then people can see it's live. The other thing is that it's the excitement of it as well. Because you imagine if you have bought a house from us, you're one of these 100 people, and you watch the first draw live where somebody wins a holiday. You think, oh, I could win a holiday. Then you watch the next one. Oh, I might win a car. And then you'll have everybody watching who wins the house. I guarantee it. Not just that, but you'll have thousands of other people watching it to see who wins the house, because it's going to be a big deal, because nobody's ever.
Yeah, it is. Well, that's like that, what I was saying before on today's show, when they gave that house away. I mean, the ratings were through the roof, because people were watching it. And the people who didn't win, they got $5,000 or whatever. And I think it was out of 5 people. But everyone was, because, like, you like to see their reaction, if they win it.
Exactly. And that's the thing, and that would carry forward. And if it did work, and it worked particularly well, and let's say, for example, we sold 100 houses in 3 months because it was advertised well, you just do it again and again and again. You end up known as the company that gives away houses. Well, who doesn't want to be known as that company? How much business are you going to get? Because people are like, well, this is the only company that I've got to stand any chance of getting my house paid for free. So I'm going with this company. Doesn't matter what anybody else offers. It'd be interesting to see if anybody copies the idea, if it works. It would be very interesting to see if anybody else like Ray White or LJ Hook or anybody else does actually have the balls to go off and try and do that. I should imagine they wouldn't be able to afford to do it because of the cost of the overheads that they've got. Because, they've got a commercial building and all the other stuff they've got to pay for. So I think it would only be a company that's very similar to our company that would be able to do that kind of offer and get away with it. And not only that, people are greedy. People don't want to give their money away. I'm giving the money away to get the money back. That's the whole idea. It's giving something to get something back. So no, you're going to get people wanting to do business with you because you've done that. You've changed somebody's life forever. You've given them their house. Their biggest expense has been paid for. They'll never shut up about that for the rest of their lives, unless they're very private people. And let's face it, people that enter into competitions aren't normally those kind of introverted, quiet people. They're more sort of extroverted. Oh yeah, we're going to win a house. Yeah, there's more sort. That obviously is going to be built into the terms and conditions. I don't want introverted, quiet people to win, because they won't want to be on TV or anything, will they? They won't want to be on social media. They'll be like, yeah, we don't want the neighbours to know we won the house. Obviously not. We were trying to keep up appearances here. So yeah, so we'd have to be in the terms and conditions that they're, willing to let people know that they won the house. But personally, I wouldn't care. If I won a house, I'd be happy with that. And I wouldn't care who knew it. I'd be like, yeah, well, more for you. You good luck paying your mortgage. I got my house for nothing. I'm going to buy a nice car. I wouldn't care. But everybody's different, aren't they? So I don't know. Tiffany, what would you do if you won a house? Would you tell everybody? Or
from the rooftops.
There you go. Sarah, would you be quiet about it, or would you tell people? What do you think?
I'll be quiet.
Yeah, I thought so. You can't be in the competition, Sarah. You're too quiet, love. I'm sorry. And Len, forget about it, mate. You're black. You're just a black screen to me. I don't know. He's not involved. Yeah, I'll be getting a phone call from Len later on. You're bullying me online, I'm not. I'm joking. Len. But yeah. So basically, we want Tiffany to win. Sarah, you can win the holiday. That's it. Okay. The holiday or the car, and you're good to go. Just one shot of you driving off in your 4x4, and that's it. You know what I mean? You'd have to agree to that. But yeah, no, we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I'm excited to do it. I think it's going to be good, and
Yeah.
I think it's we've got to do something like that to get the business in at the end of the day. So yeah. So has anybody got any other questions? Because I was going to end the call now before we get cut off, because I know we've only probably got 40 minutes. I don't know how long we've been talking for. Has everybody got any other questions or anything else you want to talk about?
No, I'm good.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Tiffany just can't wait to jump on the phone now and ring some people up. Sarah as well. Lena, I can't really gauge his interest one way or another. Dave, how are you with cold calling, mate? Are you going to crack?
Yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, no, I'm fine with it. And as I said, I know that it is a numbers game, and
Yeah.
you get the way I sort of used to do it is I think about they're all heads, all just heads lined up, and you just got to keep, knocking them down.
Like Guess Who, like that game Guess Who, where you just flick the heads.
Yeah,
Has he got a beard? Has he got a
That's what I mean.
moustache? Sarah's
just
not
think-
played that game, have you, Sarah? I can tell from her face. She's like, "What's Guess Who?"
If you just
Google
just
Guess
think of
Who, you'll know what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah, if you think
Has he
of them
got a
as all
turban?
heads,
Yeah. Well, that's what it is. That's all it is. And it is a personality thing. You'll go on the phone to somebody and they'll hate you, and then you go on the phone to somebody else and they'll be quite friendly and nice, and you get on with
it
it.
depends on what mood they're in, the day they're having.
Yeah.
Like as I said, people either would like to talk to you, but I think it's important that, as you said, you keep it brief.
Yeah.
We have some guidelines of what the questions are that we're asking, which is what
I
we're
can
saying.
do
If you
that
do a
for you.
checklist,
Yeah.
then basically it just gets easier all the time. And if you're starting a good conversation, then your personality kicks in. But I think you've got to be on song right at the start. Why are you
Yeah.
calling them? You're not. What are you trying to? You're trying to help them. You're not trying to sell them something. Yeah, and I think that's
that's basically why the company's called My Real Estate Advisor, not My Real Estate Agent, because there's a difference between somebody advising you and somebody being an agent. An agent wants money, an advisor wants to help you make money, and that's the difference. That's why the company's called that. I didn't want to just employ real estate agents that will sell a grandmother. I wanted, people that were actually concerned about people and wanted to help them, as opposed to, I just want to try and sell your house quick, make a profit, get my commission, cheerio. I don't want those sort of people.
That's the perception. That's why I've sort of called my business Your Real Estate Solutions, because similar thing, similar concept. What we're trying to do is help the people get a good, real estate agents. A lot of, they haven't got a really good name because of that same scenario. They're all trying to pockets. So I think that if we can get that across on the calls, that we're there to help them and to advise them, then you're probably going to be a lot more successful with your calls.
Yeah, I think so. And that's the sort of business I want to run at the end of the day. I do want to give somebody a house. I'm desperate to buy somebody's house for them, because how good would you feel about that? Oh, I paid for that person's house. You know what I mean? You'd be really happy with yourself. Like if each of you managed to do the 100, if there's between 20 people, and you've all done 5 sales in 12 months, and you've all earned 100 grand, and we've given a house away to somebody, that's a result. Everybody's earned, good money, and you managed to do that as well. You can't go wrong with that. Much better feeling than working from Ray White and selling your grandmother. You know what I mean? So,
and helping their brand, because that's all they're interested in is you out bringing their brand up, so that they can win, and then they get rid of you and get someone else to get their brand up.
They just recycle through people. Yeah, that's all they do. That's basically what it is. And you don't realize that until you've worked for these companies. Then you realize what they do, and then you go, oh yeah, okay, right. They're just using me as cannon fodder. You know what I mean? Like I'm irrelevant. You know what I mean? The only ones that are long term that get anywhere are the ones that have done over 10 years and they've worked for the same organisation. But then what will happen is they'll get to the 10-year point, and then they'll either think, I want to be a principal myself and set my own franchise up, or they'll go, I'm not earning enough money with these people, so I'm going to go somewhere else. But it's once every 10 years. That's the successful, 5 to 10% of the top 10, top 10% of people is they will stay with a brand for a certain amount of time because they need the brand recognition. But as soon as the deal isn't good enough and it doesn't stack up anymore, they'll sod off. I had an experience. To tell you this just before I go. I was working for Remax in Holland Park a few years back, and there was about a sales team of about 10 people, and the blokes had decided to get together and just set their own agency up because they were tired of paying out more than half of their commission to the Remax at Holland Park. So they approached Remax's head office and just said, can we set our own agency up, 5 miles down the road or 10 miles or whatever? And Remax didn't care, because Remax were like, yeah, franchise money, yeah, no worries, set another office up. But of course, they all just walked at the same time. So we'd gone from a sales team of 10 people to 5 overnight. So we came in on the Monday morning. These people weren't there. We had a sales meeting, and it was, oh yeah, we've got some white ants. I was like, what do you mean white ants? Like, oh yeah, well, they've all decided to, go and do this and blah, 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 blah. I was like, what the hell? So I said, they've just taken the Remax thing and they've just gone down the road and they set their own thing up in competition with yours. It's like, yeah. And that's what people do. Because you're like, well, why am I paying for this bloke? Why am I paying for this bloke to have racehorses and live the dream? What? I should be putting my kids through college. What's going on? So, yeah, I didn't want that. I didn't want people that are underpaid and overworked and annoyed. And yeah, that's not what I'm trying to do. So yeah.
Got you.
Tiffany's had enough now. Tiffany wants to go do some cold calling, don't you, Tiffany? Calm down, love. Just calm it down. Sarah, you need to chill out as well. I can tell you're just on the edge of your seat. You're too talkative. Just rein it in. Rein it in. Calm it down. But has anybody got any other questions? I'll just do that list up of questions that people need to ask.
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
Yeah. Is that it? Or does anybody need anything else? Has anybody given any business cards out to anybody from a distance? Like, just throw them at them. COVID-19. There's my card. Bye. Has anybody done that? Just go to the letterbox and just leave it and run off. That's probably the way to go. No, honestly, don't worry about it. All right. Well, I'm gonna shoot off then. If anybody does need anything, just email me or give me a call or let me know. But I think like I say, hopefully I should have this competition ready by July. We'll launch it, and then we'll go for gold, and we'll just hammer it and see what we can get. I'm going to try and expand the business as much as possible. I've got other people in different states. I'm going to do some more recruitment and stuff like that and get some more people together and try and so start making videos, doing all that sort of stuff, and crack on. And if you need anything from me, just let me know, and I'll try and do it. I don't think I can afford to pay for a motivational person to $10,000 or whatever she wants, just to tell her to ring you up and tell you to get out of bed. I don't know if I can afford to do that. You know what I mean? But what I can do is I can advertise you in different locations. I can do that, which is what I got the money on. You know what I mean? So yeah. All right. Well, I'll let you all crack on then. Thank you very much, and we'll try and catch up on Tuesday at 1 o'clock. If anybody's available, let me know, and then we'll have a catch up. And then if this lady wants to come on and try and sell her wares, fair enough. But if anybody's interested, I'm not saying no, don't do it, but I'm not interested myself. So, but far be it for me to tell anybody what to do with their money and time and whatever. If you want to invest back into yourself and have a personal coach or whatever it is, then fair enough. So have a think about it. But if they are available, I'm going to do the next meeting on Tuesday at 1 o'clock if you can do it. Awesome. If not, don't worry about it. And if you need anything, just give me a call or email me. All right, cool.
I've got to go check the rod out the back, see if I've got a fish.
Yeah. I've got to just disappear into the background with my nice weird house thing that I've got going on here. The giant hands shaking away. It's fantastic. All right. Thanks very much, everybody. I'll see you all later then. Thanks again.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye-bye then. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.